Hey guys, welcome back to Bullets and Brass. Today we're doing one of the new format videos. This is going to be 7 favorite accessories, and it'll vary a little bit depending on the topic of the day, but you get the idea. And the first one, number one on my list for accessories, favorite accessories, and keep in mind this is favorite, this isn't like, most important or best, or this is just my preferences, my favorites. So number one is a good sling, and it depends on the role, depends on the rifle, depends on what you're doing with it. There isn't like one magic sling. I'm a real fan of the Magpul MS4s because I think they cover a lot of the bases, but they're not necessarily ideal at any of them. It's that you can make it work with a lot of stuff, and I think that for me that's my best choice. But I mean, you've got Haley Strategic, Blue Force Gear, the Vickers ones. I mean, there's tons of them out there. Just play around a little bit, look at different options. My suggestion is to buy one of the less expensive of a type. For example, the Magpul one, the MS4. Play with it and figure out what you like and don't like, and then buy a good one of that type. It just gives you a little more experience with the things that matter to you. So next on the list, and keep in mind if you're hunting, different criteria. A tactical sling is not a hunting sling. The next one on the list, number 2 on the list, is a really good belt. Not a general purpose belt, not a dress belt, a really good carry belt. Now, you can get carry belts that look like dress belts, that look like general purpose belts. But if you don't have a belt that is designed for concealed carry, it is not going to work well. You are not going to be a happy camper. You are going to have pressure points. You are going to have it rolling over to the side. Your holster, instead of sitting vertically, is going to do this because the belt is going to roll. Critical. The difference between a good belt and a not good belt for carry is massive. Yeah. So the next item on the list, number 3, is that matching holster. A good holster retains its shape. It fits the gun that it's being used with. And it doesn't fold over, it doesn't wiggle around. It fits on the belt and stays in place. Now the beauty of that is, I'm not saying it has to be leather, I'm not saying it has to be Kydex, I'm not saying it has to be a hybrid. I don't care what you make it out of. It just has to work right. I'm personally a fan of the Milt Sparks holsters. I think they do a great job. I have used other stuff. I use a Kirkpatrick leather outside the waistband holster for my 1911s. Love it. But there's a reason Kirkpatrick, Mitch Rosen, Milt Sparks, there's a reason these guys are the top names. Don't discount that. Don't, it's just, fanboy. No, there's a reason they're that popular. There's a reason that they are the number 1 holsters for people that have been doing this a long time. If you've got a carry gun, that's your primary carry, buy a good holster for it. I could not tell you the difference between carrying a 1911 in a Milt Sparks VM2 versus any of the other inside the waistband holsters I've tried. Night and day. So number 4 on the list, is a bore snake. Not a bore scope, this is the cleaning tool. And it doesn't have to be bore snake brand, that's the Hops brand. It could be any of them, any of the decent ones. So much easier. I used to be a nut about, perfectly clean barrels. And then I realized that I'm just putting excessive wear and tear. I'm potentially damaging if I screw up. The barrel doesn't need to be perfectly clean. I'm not using anything corrosive. I'm not using anything that abuses it. You're really just kind of cleaning out the bulk of the fouling and reapplying a little oil. Well, this doesn't need to be a drawn out procedure with a ton of patches and, different brushes, and that's overkill. Now, if you have a particular reason for doing that, you're trying to remove copper fouling, you did use corrosive materials, old surplus ammo or something. But otherwise, a couple swipes with a bore snake, plenty good. Move on. Clean the rest of the gun, put it away, back to business. So the next item, number 5, is also a cleaning tool. Those very pointy, conical, very dense Q-tips, they're great for cleaning guns. You can get into the rail, you can get in, trigger mechanisms, and it's just really nice and cheap, easy. It wasn't dirt cheap the first time I bought them, but you don't rebuy them constantly. You're not going through a ton of them. Okay, so the last two, a little more back to the firearm. The last one, next to the last one, is extra mags. We're in an ammo shortage still. It is tough to get ammo still. It's very expensive. If you're doing low round count drills, you very often only have a couple rounds, 1, 2, 3 in a magazine. And you're cycling through. You're doing, bang, 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 new mag, bang, bang. You're doing things where you're building the repetition of things other than just pulling the trigger. And more mags makes that easier. You can do more cycles, build that muscle memory more easily without stopping to reload. Put more ammo in. Okay, I got 3 mags. That's enough. Blah blah blah. No, have 5, 6, 7, 10. Have a box full of them for the gun, and you load them up with however many rounds you're doing. Do your drill and just keep going, keep going, keep going. The last item on the list, I'm going to get shit for. People are going to, I don't know, I only have 500 subscribers, so people are going to flame me, but it probably won't be that bad. A non-weapon light flashlight. I think that a good handheld flashlight, I think that the non-weapon light flashlight as a priority over a weapon light flashlight has a lot more versatility. A, it's not stuck on a particular gun. B, I don't have to point my gun at something to put a light on it. I mean, what's one of the rules of gun safety? Don't point your gun at something you don't want to destroy. Well, I mean, I don't know if I want to destroy it. Well, why would I point a gun at it to find out if I want to destroy it? This is step 1, have a flashlight. Step 2 in the flashlight world might be weapon-mounted light. Absolutely, they have utility, they have value. There's times and places for not having the gun pointed at something. And that's a little more normal than times and places where pointing the gun at it is appropriate. Now, I'm not saying weapon lights are bad. I'm saying that my preferred accessory of the two, I would want the non-weapon light first. So that is my 7 favorite accessories. I'm sure you guys have different opinions. Feel free to put them in the comments below. I'm interested. What do you guys think about my choices, and what are your choices? But take care, have fun, stay safe, y'all. Keep shooting.